before, Jason, so I'm excited about it. Before I introduce you to this handsome man sitting across from me, next to me, I want to remind everybody that today we are also doing a coupon right now, which is Italian 20 on all of our Arezzo Italian jewelry. So I don't want you guys to forget about that. We're going to talk about vitality and energy and BeeAlive. But before that, I just want to make sure you knew. Now, if you are brand new to Shop HQ, you'd say, okay, maybe I've never heard about BeeAlive. But if you are a veteran of Shop HQ, then you will know that this is a loved brand at Shop HQ. It is a followed brand, a 5-star reviewed brand, and it's amazing. So we're really going to spend the next 30, 40 minutes talking about wellness and having this education about vitality, energy, because today I think we're talking about something, Jason, that people are absolutely craving more than ever. And that is that natural energy, the vitality, the immune support, and simply feeling better. So BeeAlive. BeeAlive is a company that's been around for decades. And today, the CEO and owner, Jason Valletta, is here to tell his family story and to talk to us about the power of royal jelly. And so we'll start with an introduction. So, Jason, welcome on in again. We're so excited.
Thank you, Kathy. I am excited to be back with you again, and this is what I love to do. So this is great. I'm so happy to be here today.
I'm so glad you're here. Now, of course, when we see BeeAlive, immediately we start thinking of honey and that kind of thing. But let's rewind that story because this isn't a new thing. This is ancient healing, right? This is ancient magic, is what I always call it. But it started with your mom. I want to hear the story.
Yeah, so well, really, royal jelly itself goes back to the beginning of time. I mean, the ancient Greeks spoke about it, and the Romans and the ancient Chinese used it as energy tonics. So, we're not recreating something from scratch here. This has been a product that has been on Earth as long as we could remember. How we came about it was about 50 years ago. My mom, she was not doing well after she had my sister and I. She couldn't get out of bed. She was constantly tired. And things got so bad for her that my sister and I actually lived with my grandparents for a couple of years in those early days. She just could not even get out of bed. And a friend of hers heard about this product called Royal Jelly. Right? It sounded weird. She couldn't even find it in the United States. She had to buy it in England at the time. But she gave it to my mom, and my mom was so desperate to feel better, to have energy again, she would have taken anything. She tried taking the product, and I always say within 3 months, it was like somebody flipped the light switch on. She was driving, she had energy, she had desire again to get out there. And it brought my family back together. So you've always heard me say royal jelly is in my DNA because without royal jelly, my family wouldn't have been together. So it's what brought us back together and gave my mom the inspiration to start this company 45 years ago.
45 years ago. And I mean, I love that story and still family owned. You guys are loving this. So I'm super excited. So this isn't about, when we start talking about royal jelly, there's a bigger story there. So it's considered very, very special, very unique, and it's a premium product. So tell us, let's break down what royal jelly is, and then we'll talk about our very first product.
Yeah, so I love telling this story about royal jelly because it is so rare, it's so unique. So every beehive has worker bees, and there is one queen bee. And that queen bee, she runs the hive and she lays all the eggs, and she's responsible for that entire hive. The worker bees only live for about 4 to 6 weeks. They live on honey, I'm sorry, on pollen and nectar from the flowers, and then they make honey, but they make royal jelly specifically for the queen bee. It's a little white substance, and if you look in a beehive, you'll see thousands of the cells covered with honey, but only one cell has the royal jelly, and that is for the queen. And that's what allows her to live for 3 to 5 years, to lay, tens of thousands of eggs, to run the colony, all because of the super amazing benefits of royal jelly. The worker bees who live on pollen, they only live for 4 to 6 weeks. The only difference is the queen lives on royal jelly, the worker bees live on pollen. It's an amazing story.
I love the story, and I can picture that the hive, when you've seen them, right? That it's all covered with honey, and there's thousands and thousands of cells. But what makes the royal jelly so very important? So it's very rare, but why is it important? What does it do for the queen bee? What does it do for
Yeah.
us, the queens?
Great question. So, royal jelly, here's what makes it so incredible. First of all, it cannot be duplicated in a lab. So, you can't go to a lab and just recreate royal jelly from scratch. And part of the reason for that is there is 185 organic, natural compounds that are found in royal jelly. We're talking about vitamins, nutrients, minerals, amino acids, carbohydrates, fatty acids, all of these essential things for life that we need that are found in this one product. And it's all done naturally by the bees. I always tell myself, like, even if I had to create a product from scratch, I don't think I could make it as amazing as the worker bees make this royal jelly. So it works for the queen the same way it works for us, because we're getting all these vitamins and nutrients and essential amino acids that our bodies need to thrive and grow every day. And so that's why it works in humans. And I just want to mention this as well. We also give you the royal jelly the exact way that the queen bee takes it. We don't freeze dry it, we don't change the composition of it. You're taking it literally in the very, very form that the queen bee takes it. So this is like from the hive to your home.
Okay, so so I think we should start with the capsules then, because that is, you can really see that. So we're going to start with the capsules, and I see that you guys, if you want to go ahead and tap, you can tap to shop right now. So I'm hearing that this means it's vitality, stamina, wellness support, energy, all the things that your mom did not have. There was nothing left in the well for her, right? So this is all of those things, but this, we're not talking about that a fake jolt of energy. We're not talking about that quick fix, right? This is people are loving this because they're saying that it helps support sustained energy, mental clarity. And when I work with a lot of perimenopausal women, and the number one thing that they complain about is actually brain fog. They don't have any mental clarity. So I think this is really important. And we've got a lot of women who are watching right now, women and guys. You guys, thank you so much, by the way, for tuning in. Hi, Harry. I see that you're watching. But this to me feels more like nutritional support than stimulation, right?
Yeah, so I'd like to get into that. So let's talk a little bit about what the royal jelly really does for you. So when we talk about energy, it's not just normal energy. This is cellular energy. Actually, royal jelly helps you break down the food that you eat and turn that into energy. That's called cellular energy. It's going to help your body's resistance to stress. It's going to help your hair, your skin, your nails. It's going to give you mental clarity, focus. So those are really the key things about royal jelly. But like you said, you're not going to get that spike and then that crash like you do off of other medications or stimulants or caffeine. It's a sustained cellular energy, but again, mental clarity, focus. And so I always like to say you're going to look your best and you're going to feel your best with BeeAlive.
It's so interesting because, and you'll see me get off topic a million times here, but everything that you're seeing on social media about anything you're reading about health articles, it's all about longevity. It's such a keyword. So longevity plays in, not even plays, it speaks to royal jelly because, I mean, living longer is one thing, but living a really great health span is a whole nother thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and that's really good. And I apologize if you hear my dog barking in the background,
Nope.
but there she goes, right on cue. Yeah, so when we talk about living life, right, we want to live our best life. We want to enjoy life. You want to feel good. You want to look good. You don't want to just get by. You don't want to just hang in there. You know what I'm saying? You want to enjoy it. You want to be able to have fun. I am, in my mid 50s. I go snowboarding with my daughters all the time. I want to be able to keep up with them, for another 10, 15, 20 years. So it's about not just living, but really living healthy. And if there's a way, and I don't want to say that if you take royal jelly, you'll never get sick, but I do believe that your body there's ways to strengthen your body and to give you a better chance of staying healthy. And that's what royal jelly and good supplements could do, is give you that best chance to stay healthy.
I love that. We're gonna dig right into the capsules, and you guys, you can ask any questions you want in the chat. If you're thinking, like, is this for me? I mean, now's your time, right? You've got the CEO and president with us right now. You're having like a one-on-one consultation, so feel free to ask anything. And before we even get into that, Jason, is there anyone that should not be taking Be Alive?
And that's another good question. So, royal jelly is really a very, very safe product. I want to let people know it's classified as a food. So, it's not a drug, it's not a medication, it's not even considered a vitamin. It's actually considered a superfood. So,
Mm.
there's very, very few people I've ever heard that have had allergies or, react to it. So, it is safe, it's effective, and you can add it to any medication that you take, or you can add it to whatever you're currently doing. You don't have to stop anything, just add this to your daily routine.
Okay, well, let's start here then. Let's start with the capsules. We're talking about our formula capsules. You're able to get it in a 1 month supply or a 3 month supply. Now, the 1 month is $35. Your better value, everybody, is going to be that 3 month supply for $99 right at shophq.com. You can just click on and buy right in the show if you're watching here. It's an easy daily wellness routine. We're going to have Jason walk you through how you take it, when to take it. Super convenient capsule formulas, easy to swallow. It's going to be supporting your energy, your vitality, your mental clarity, which I think is important. And I think it's really great for busy travel lifestyles as well. People are getting spread thin. It's spring, it's summer, kids will be home from school. So let's break it down here, Jason. Why capsules, and what is this going to do for us? Who's it for?
Yeah. So the capsules, just to let you know, this is our number one selling product, and it has been since the beginning of time. People love the convenience of the capsule. That's really the main reason. So what we do, though, which is different than any other company out there, remember, you're getting it fresh. It's not freeze dried. So in this capsule, you have three ingredients: royal jelly, fresh royal jelly, honey, which is a preservative, a natural preservative, and a little bit of vegetable glycerin that's in there. Three simple products in a gluten free, plant based capsule. So, this is about as healthy as you could get. It's got an easy delivery system. You just take one capsule a day if you want to. If you could afford it to take two capsules a day, that's even better, because that will get it into your system a little bit quicker. So it's easy, it's convenient, and you're going to get all those great effects: the energy, the mental focus, clarity. And again, like I said, the skin, the largest organ of your body, skin support, nail, hair, you get it all. You're going to feel your best and look your best. And it's easy with this BeeAlive capsule.
Super, super affordable. And if people are saying, okay, I want to give it a try, I mean, when do they feel like they see the effects? How quickly?
And that's another really good question. So everybody is different, and royal jelly is natural. So it's not a drug where, you take a shot, or, immediately you're going to feel it 5 minutes later. Now, we'll talk about some other products later that have a little bit of a quicker effect, but the capsule is what I
Mhm.
call your maintenance dosage. Okay. So this is what you want to be on every day of your life, basically. And so some people notice results within the first couple of days. Others, it may take a few weeks. For others, it could take 2 or 3 months. Like my mom, it took a good 2 months before she really started feeling better. But I think it works differently for everyone. But I would say, if you can afford it, again, taking two or even three capsules in the beginning would definitely speed up the amount of time that you'll start to feel the effects of the capsule.
And the first feeling, I guess, that you get would be that of just having a little bit more energy, a little bit more mental clarity. You feel a little bit more like yourself again. Is that how you would describe it?
It's funny, I've created a term. It's kind of like my own term, and I call it mental energy. Okay, so I feel like, the best way to explain it is your brain is it feels good. You could think, you're clear, you're not. And when your brain is thinking properly, your body functions properly. So you're not going to get this spike, but you're just going to feel good. So, we say feel alive, be alive. Your body's going to feel good. You're going to have energy. You're going to have that healthy energy, not just physically but mentally as well. And again, it's safe and it's effective. We're not asking you to stop anything or change what you're doing. Just add this to your daily routine. That's all you have to do.
You know what I love about this? It's wellness that fits into people's real life, and you're not waiting for something to go wrong and trying to run to a prescription or something like that to fix anything, right? You're not fixing, you're maintaining the health that you have, you're maintaining the vitality that you have simply with two little capsules. I mean, if someone says you can have the mental clarity and the vitality that you maybe once had and that has disappeared or gone downhill for $35, I would be running there, everybody, just running. So, I mean, I think this is great. And let's face it, I mean, as we're getting a little bit older, I'm almost in my mid 60s now, and I feel pretty darn good. But could I feel better? I think it's worth a try, right? Could you? I mean, I think a lot of us, Jason, feel like this is the new normal when we're 50 or 60. Is it though? How do we know until we try something different, right?
I think for many years, people used to just listen to their doctors, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to your doctor. The doctor would say, "Take this, take that," but the doctors really are not trained in nutrition. They're trained in trying to, fix a very specific problem. My goal and Be Alive's goal is always to get you to feel your best every day, right? So that maybe you don't need to take other, things to get you going. If you keep your body healthy, your body's going to respond well. And that's what we believe with Royal Jelly. You're going to give your body the best chance to stay healthy. You're giving it all of that royal jelly that's going to just boost your energy. It's going to help support your body's resistance to stress. So you're getting all of these great 185 organic compounds that, again, we could not even create this in a lab if we wanted to. I feel like God put the bee